video. So today what I'm going to be doing is utilising the leftover international chicken dish that I made yesterday. I'm going to be adding some more chicken breast, a bit of the leftover chicken stock, the rest of the fresh spinach, a lime, some spring onions, a yellow pepper, a bit of ginger, one garlic clove, some crushed white peppercorns, some fennel seeds, some dried mint, a bit of mild curry powder, tiny bit of turmeric, tiny bit of tamarind powder, and a bit of coriander leaf, and also utilising the leftover coconut milk as well with some basmati rice. So it's going to be a Nepalese kind of curry. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I've more or less rinsed out all of the starch from the rice, and what I've done on this occasion, because I had a bit more time, I've soaked the rice for 25 minutes, and then what it does is it just releases much more of the starch that way. It all rises to the top, and then you just pour it out, and once the water's run clear, then you can obviously just put about 8 to 10 ml of water over the top, maybe like 350 ml of water, and then put it on the gas for full whack. Once it's bubbling, turn it right down, and then it just steams itself in 20 minutes. Okay, the water's all clear now, so I just kind of like gauge this. Yeah, so that's about 8 to 10 ml there. So what I'll do is I'll put the lid on and turn up the hob on full blast until that's really bubbling, the lid starts shaking. Okay, so I'm going to be using a little bit of coconut oil today. It just helps release the curcumin in the turmeric powder, and that's obviously where all the goodness is, otherwise your body finds it hard to break down the curcumin, okay, to release all the antioxidants. Okay, so let's just use a little bit of coconut oil. Yeah, like so. Turn up the wok burner, put it on like low for now because it will melt pretty quickly. Okay, so I've got a garlic clove here. It's going to be quite a quick meal, I think. Yeah, just with the palm of your hand, crush the garlic. Always lean your knife away from you, chop. Don't lift it off the work chopping block, and then you can't go wrong, you'll never cut yourself. Okay, in goes the garlic. Bit of ginger. Like so. Just roughly chopped. It's got all the essence of a Nepalese curry anyway. It's not exactly a Nepalese curry, but you know, I'm just because I'm utilising this international orange chicken with jerk sauce in there and stuff like that. So, but we'll see how we go. Got 1 star anise as well, so I'm going to put that in there. Just adds a little bit of aniseed flavour, just for the background. It's not going to overpower the dish. I'm only putting 1 in there. Okay, let's just prepare this yellow pepper. Let's try and get all the yellow pepper off there. It's always handy when you're cooking, just have a little bowl or something, like for the offcuts that you can't utilise, basically, like the garlic skins and stuff. It just keeps your work surface clear. Okay. That's heating up nicely now. In goes the spring onion. I've only got a little bit of spring onion today, obviously, you know, so I'm just utilising that. That's, it goes with the dish anyway, so that's great. My dishes are never actually, you know, to the book, you know, like a Nepalese curry or, you know, a Rogan Josh, you know, they're never like a typical meal, because I'm always utilising leftovers from the last meal, okay? So I'm restricted on certain elements of ingredients, you know, I should say. So, but it's got you know, the essence of certain dishes, you know, the flavours there. It's just not a typical recipe, so to speak. But that's all good. It's you know, it's inventive cooking. You know, that's the way I do it. Because otherwise, you'd have to always go to the shop and like spend money and stuff, like buying extra ingredients that the recipe tells you to buy. The likelihood that you'd have every single ingredient in a set recipe is quite slim, you know. So if you utilise what you've got, just switch out a few ingredients, then you're onto a winner, you know, because you're going to have, as long as you've got predominantly a lot of flavours in there, a lot of ingredients that the recipe or the so-called recipe would actually have in there, then it would still taste fine, you know. It doesn't matter if you drop a couple of ingredients or substitute a few. It really doesn't. Okay, I'm not going to cook that yet. I'm just going to make sure that so I've got the lime to chop before I pierce the chicken packet with my knife. Okay, then I'll definitely put the knife in the sink. Okay. I think I'm ready to go, so I don't need to chop anything else. What I've also done is I've just blanched some broad beans, some chopped broad beans, fresh broad beans. In goes the chicken in hot water. So just to speed up the cooking process a little bit. So I'm going to drain them in a minute as well, so they can go in. And they will really taste nice with the coconut milk in there. Okay. So let's just drain these broad beans. See there. Order. Okay. And what I'm going to do is put some spices in. That rice is bubbling up, starting to bubble up now. Some white peppercorns. You know, any seeds or like hard spices, just put it in a pestle and mortar. Some fennel seeds. Grind them up. Otherwise, you don't want a big peppercorn or fennel seed in your mouth. You know, grind it up. It releases the aromas and the flavours anyway. Okay, the rice is bubbling up. Nice and bubbly. So give it 1 more minute, or 30 seconds I should say, just until that lid starts rattling. That's good. You can turn that off now, and then we'll just steam for 20 minutes, which is probably when this dish will be ready. Okay, in goes the fennel seeds and the white pepper, a little bit of turmeric. The pepper also helps break down the curcumin in the turmeric. Some mild curry powder. Looks like it's got turmeric in there as well, so I'll go easy on that. Bit of tamarind powder. It's got a bit clumped. If it gets a bit clumped up, like the spices, just give it a little grind in the pestle and mortar. And then it just, that's it. I'll leave them, I'll put a bit of mint in now. I won't put the coriander leaf in yet, it's a bit more fragile. A bit more mint. Yeah, they use quite a lot of mint in Nepalese curries, some like Gurkha curries I find. I really like Nepalese curries, are very nice. They put quite a bit of chilli in there as well, which I'm not putting in there today. You don't have to, when people think of spices, they think instantly, oh, it's hot, but you can you can get so many varieties of spices with so many different flavours that complement so many different meats or vegetables. So it's cooking with spices is just highly recommended anyway. It's where you get all the flavour from, Herbs and spices and citrus as well. So lemons, oranges and limes. Okay. That's good. So what I'm going to do is just put in the spinach leaves. Leftover ones there. Okay, not even wasting a leaf. That's it, it's all good. Put a tiny bit of chicken stock in there. Tiny bit of chicken stock. A bit more. Okay. And then in goes the coconut milk as well. This was a particularly creamy coconut milk. Look at that, it's lovely. Which is better actually, because sometimes when the coconut milk is too thin, wash your hands, it takes a long time to reduce down, but if it's thick and creamy, it will speed up the cooking process, won't it? So it's all good, and make it taste a bit more creamier, which I kind of want. Okay, that's good. Turn up the heat a bit. It's pretty much there anyway, because the chicken would just end up poaching in the coconut milk and the chicken stock, to stop it drying out and make it all nice and soft as well, So that's it. Just wait for that to reduce down, and I'll probably cook that for 20 minutes or so. Yeah. And the final thing to go in is just the leftover international chicken. I think I've got like 1 or 2 little bits of thighs in there. 1, 2, and then the rest of that sauce. That's it, and see how that turns out. Never made it before in my life. I know what it would taste like without that, but I don't know what it tastes like with that, because obviously I'm utilising that, so it's obviously, forcing me to use it. But it's good. It's good to experiment, because you never know. You could just find a winning recipe out of the blue. You just don't know. Unless you experiment, you're never going to find like your best recipe. You're always going to play it safe and go by the rule book, as they say. But just try and be a bit more creative. Be creative with your cooking. Don't be afraid to add. Combine lots of different ingredients and flavours. As long as you, in your mind, like what flavours go with each other or complement each other, then I think you'll be all right. That's how I've done it. Just rely on your taste buds and your smell as well, and also like your memory of like how certain foods taste. What certain foods you really like. Oh, actually, chicken really went well with like lemon and mint, so yeah, just give it a go. Anyway, so that's you can see that's the dish there. And what I'll do is I'll just show you a picture once it's plated up.